What's up there, family? How are you guys doing, you beautiful people? It's been a while since I've been on my little Uber page, but I had to get on here after hearing the murder that happened with the Uber Eats driver in Atlanta. It's just so crazy. I'm no longer driving for Uber. And I'm one of those drivers that I loved Uber. When I say I loved my customers, I used to fix up my car and decorated and all that stuff. And I'm one of those, I went overboard when they say, why are you guys doing all that for tips and this and that? No, I didn't do it for the tips. I did it because I genuinely loved my job and I loved what I was doing. And I got disappointed because I do all this extra stuff and I love the customers and stuff. And I guess one lady was going through a really bad time or day or whatever. And she called into the Uber company and told them that I grabbed her by the arm and I yanked her in the car. Now, if I'm driving in the front seat and you getting in the back seat, how the hell am I going to grab you and yank you into the car? And Uber had deactivated my account. And I was so upset because this was like right before Christmas. And to make a long story short, after a while, they did reactivate me. And I just said, you know what, it's just not for me. You know, when you go through all this and then you realize at any moment, second time, you could be deactivated, and then how are you going to pay your bills? How are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to do this and that? And then any money that you had sitting in that account, it's just going to be sitting there until they sort all this stuff out. So you can't put gas in your car. You know, you can't pay a bill. You can't do anything. And I decided I didn't want to live my life like that. That was something that I just could not do. You know, I had to just, let that go. But I wind up hearing this story. Another YouTuber said that the Uber Eats guy, he wind up going to a delivery in Buckhead out in Atlanta. Buckhead is a really nice place, affluent area of Atlanta, of Georgia. And he was late. He wind up, because a lot of times those maps on your phone, Uber uses a different map than you might do, and it will send you in circles. It would send you, crazy. So if it says you're supposed to be there in 5 minutes, you might be there in 8 minutes. Sometimes, to no fault of the driver, it could say you're going to be arriving in 5 minutes, but you might be already at the customer's house. So that used to happen to me all the time. I would get ready to leave, pull off, and the lady says, it said you was driving in 5 minutes. And but I haven't even, I had been already sitting there 3-4 minutes. So, and of course, a lot of the customers, they get really mad. And they said, well, anyway, an argument, ensued and happened or whatever. And the Uber driver, I guess, felt threatened and just unloaded on this guy from inside the car. And it's scary out there. It is. If you are not a driver, you really, because I can tell you guys some stories. You can go on Facebook and some of the Uber groups. You can go on YouTube and look at some of the video. It is really scary. I had a lady one night, and this was the 4th of July, one evening, 4th of July. I had snacks. I had all kinds of stuff. I said, help yourself to the snacks, sit back and enjoy the ride. I'm going to get you there safely. She says to me, well, do you think you could pull up? Because I think I might have left my keys. I said, okay, let me stop and turn the light on for you. If you forgot your keys, I'll take you back to get your keys. So then I proceeded to turn the light on, and I proceeded to pull over, and she says, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm going to pull over to the side because I can't drive with the light. She immediately got upset, immediately got pissed off. Keep driving. I said, well, ma'am, I can't drive with the light on. Shut the hell up. Just got belligerent, really. And I said, look, I'm going to help you out as best I can. I'm going to get you to your destination, but I'm not going to tolerate you disrespecting me and just talking to me any kind of way. We're not going to do this. And she just kept being belligerent. So eventually I pulled over. I said, that's it. This is enough. Enough is enough. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. And I'm not going to have some irate woman behind my back, you know, acting a fool. So I pulled over, asked her to get out the car. I was ending the trip. She says, I'm not leaving. You need to call me another Uber. I'm not leaving. I said, no, you're leaving. You're getting out. She says, you better not touch me. So I get out the car. I take my cell phones. I open my door. I open her door. I said, honey, I'm not going to touch you because I don't want you to touch me. And I proceeded to call 911. Took 4 squad cars to come and get her. And come to find out, she had taken drugs. She was on drugs. So when she said she was looking for keys, she wasn't looking for keys. She was trying to get them drugs while she was sitting in the back seat of my car. And so that's just one story. You know, I had another story of a guy who was drunk and behind me. He was in the car with his wife, and he was just all over behind, and I was terrified that he might grab me, because sometimes when you're drunk, people they grab for you. And the wife saw that I was uneasy, and she kept telling him, you stop it, you cut it out, you sit back so we could get to where we were going. And it was like 2-3 minutes left for them to get to their destination, and I just wanted to hurry up and get them there. And but you go through this stuff, and Uber says you can't have weapons in the car. You know, you can't have a gun, or you can't have anything. And I had a box cutter I used to keep with me. I said, look, if I slice and dice them enough, I just want to be able to get the fuck out the car. The car could be replaced. The phones, all that shit could be replaced. I can't be replaced. And it's just a tragedy. It's a tragedy that it turned out like that. That the customer wind up dying, you know. But being a driver, and I'm not taking up for this driver because I don't know the situation. I don't know if he was just some hothead, because you got some drivers that are hotheads and just fucked up, just like you got some customers that are hotheads and just assholes. But it is a tragedy that this has happened, and that, you know, you just try to make a living and you try to do what you need to do. And, you know, something like this happens. Those of you that are still Uber drivers, those of you that are doing this job, God be with you. God bless you. Be safe. You know, take care of you overall. Don't argue back with the person. Don't fuss at them. If they won't get out your car, if they start acting a fool, call the police immediately. Immediately. I just saw another Uber driver. It was on Facebook, a young lady, and some customers got mad because, you know, we're only allowed to pick up so many, and she was allowed to pick up 6, but it was 8 of them, and they wanted to squeeze the other 2 people in there. And she, when taking it, they jumped on her. They poured water all over her. She had a gash in her head, a big knot. They jumped on her. Now that was the time to light some motherfuckers up. Like, that was the time to defend yourself at all costs and light some motherfuckers up. So, you know, Uber is just really, really dangerous, and the company does not, they don't do their job. They don't stand by their drivers. They're quick to take the customers a story, and it's just crazy. It's crazy. And you know, and it's a lot of people that are just hotheads. You don't know what a customer might do. You don't know what a driver might do. They said this driver had previous issues and being a hothead or whatever, but, you know, Uber only do background checks for so long, so he had a felony for attacking someone and doing whatever. We don't know what the story was, but everybody has to be careful. Everybody has to remain calm, cool, and collected. If you as a passenger and you feel threatened in any type of way, if you as a passenger gets into a Uber car and the tension is just not right, the aura, the spirit, the air is just not, get the fuck out the car. Just get the fuck out the car, because it's just ridiculous. But until next time, guys, I love you. Peace. God bless. Gotta answer the door. Ta-ta for now.